What are you on now?
Just a second. I will be going through 50, I think.
You're past bit 50? Okay, I'll get the information you'll gather for finding 50.
Yeah, 52.
52, very well. I will send you, in this case, you have unlocked the full, stat block for the disease. Which you can now look at.
Too?
Riff will get this as well.
Woo!
As we share.
She doesn't understand anything, though.
There you go, I PM'd it to both of you on Skype.
Interesting.
She would just say, it's crazy, and then
It's
it's
a
cross her eyes.
Ooh. Huh.
Oh.
Meantime, there is sounds of yipping from Bollard's house.
Whoa,
Yep.
whoa. What he does in there with the kobold man, I don't know.
That stays in the room with the kobold man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go yipping with the kobold, if you know what I'm saying.
Woohoo!
Raphael's kept in a hospital bed.
Oh, and attended by the lovely nurses, no doubt, no?
There are
Well,
definitely some nurses.
Zoe works there too, so.
Oh, the loveliest of nurse!
Does Zoe go to the soup kitchen?
She does that in the evening.
Well, by the time you get back, it's like an hour from when you'd normally go anyway, so...
She's not sure if she wanna go, since it's...
You don't have to. It's technically not a job, it's more volunteering for you.
I know, but it's just that her husband died.
You do have to eat, remember, so you still have to go to a restaurant.
Aww. What am I gonna do?
And you could go to the tavern in the
Oh,
You can eat at the bar. Or you could get something from the bakery, I guess.
She'll go to the soup kitchen and hope everything's okay.
Yeah, okay. You go to the soup kitchen. There is someone there helping out today.
Oh.
The owner is nowhere to be found.
So we'll walk in like she feels like she shouldn't be there. And, hi, Violetta. How is Malia?
Malia? She hasn't been in today. She left her son running the whole place.
Well, I I guess we all expected that. Well, have come to help serving and then, as usual.
And you help out for the night, and of course you can get some free food.
Woohoo!
Why is there a kobold in the bakery? Is a great idea. Which one is the real one?
Why do I have so many kobolds?
I don't know. That one do.
they're mounting like a rescue mission, like Mission Impossible style.
And the secret headquarters of the bakery?
They're dressed as chickens and try to infiltrate Bollard's house.
But yeah, so
Impossible.
Somehow they succeed because Bollard sends
in
them
that
out,
case,
it's not that
the
good.
night passes.
Oh
and the
wait,
next morning rises. The first one to be woken up in the morning is going to be Raphael. Because in the morning, he's probably woken up by the loud sound because people start getting back to work and someone comes over and checks him, changing his bandages.
Mm-hmm. He looks. It has the wound closed.
The wound is closed up.
Ah, no need for new bandages. Raphael is as good as new. He swings out of bed, takes his masterwork blade, and thanks everyone profusely. Gives someone a rose, and he then strolls out. If there's nothing further or anyone stops him, he goes towards the bar.
No one stops you. Also, I forgot to do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Advanced one day. Dun, dun, dun.
He goes, whistling down the street, swinging his mantle about him, being very sort of strutting as he walks down, using one of his fencing, basically practicing fencing moves as he walks down the street, but not really swinging the blade, of course. For this one walking down the street and to have his very, swaggering posture, he assumes cat walks across the courtyard stance, which basically is a very arrogant sword stance that sort of invites anyone to attack him. It's sort of a taunting style when he actually fights. But
So
he
what you were
uses now
using
to,
before.
yeah, he's using this now to sort of walk down the street in a very casual and slightly, cocky manner.
Some people will look at him like curious if they should challenge him to a fight.
Oh, he wouldn't welcome it.
If you want to move Raphael's token onto the tavern map, you can. Exists.
I put it here in the meantime. Raphael will enter the tavern and order his breakfast and talk to Farley and tell him all the grand adventures they did in the sewer, except perhaps not murdering the guards, but finding the boy and stuff. He embellishes on the story.
You tell the majority.
Yes, the important bits.
Yeah, he listens, serves you drink, and another drink, and another drink, inflating your business. He listens and asks questions. He, maybe show your sword to play. Would you like another drink?
After that, he will practice.
He does look curious at the red marks in your chest.
It's nothing. Also, I have clothes on. I don't have my.
I know you're not absolutely bare-chested.
Yeah, he has he unbuttons his shirt when it's time to dance, but walking around.
Would you care for a cup of soup with that?
Yes. Yes, most definitely.
Loaf of bread?
Yeah, he eats bread and soup, and once that is done, if nothing sort of occurs, he will go out and train his moves in the background with his new sword, because he needs to learn how to use the sword.
That's fine.
That is basically where he...
in your hand.
Yeah, and that is where he will be rest of the day, unless someone actually comes and get him.
Okay.
Well, so we will go to work. Yay!
To the hospital!
To the hospital!
The hospital seems quite busy. There is no Raphael here.
What?
Raphael's not in the hospital.
Oh, great. Was his wound okay? Was he...
His wounds seem to have closed up, according to some of the nurses.
Did you make a checkup and see if the disease was still there?
The disease wouldn't simply go away, Lady Zoe. You know that. What we can do is hope his body can pull through it.
You should readjust him. Well, I guess. Whatever.
Do you have an easy way to stop a man with a masterwork sword?
What I've learned, if you're pretty, you can stop him. So I would say your bosom.
That would indeed stop Raphael, probably.
Well, this is going on. Rifflin wakes up on the storefront of Laurel's house.
Yeah, she crashed on the floor after a lot of
Got
hard work.
He has an extra mat she can sleep on.
And Nairu's crashed out next to her. They are tired.
Sitting in a cooking pot.
The progress was made.
Progress was made. But we are tired.
You made a lot of progress.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, the two of you will wake up in the morning. Laurel's family has made breakfast.
We have indeed. His good old mother has been cooking.
She seems to have been very careful to take the bird out of the pot.
Yeah, Nairu would spend time on her shoulder.
Yeah. Not a whole lot happens during the day. Don't you want to do something?
Casually talking, being tired.
But
Laura will, of course, go and deliver the new information to the Mother Elena. Not that she can use a whole lot with it, but now she knows at least the time that people might have before turning and how to optimize the chances of someone naturally resisting the disease.
Riffle.
Yeah, she definitely thanks you for this help on making the cure.
Riffle.
I'll return and, of course, also thank Rithlin for helping and ask if she wants to continue working with him.
She'll agree. Yeah. She is good after all, so she would.
You also say that, if indeed a cure is found, then it'll surely be quite the reputation boost.
Riff doesn't
Our
seem too
business
well.
might run a bit smoother.
So, what are you the two of you going to do during the day? Because you could run your business, or you could basically do double research, spending the entire day doing
Double
research.
research. Well, I think we're going to do double research.
I think we should double.
Because before you were
Our
spending the
friend
evening
is dying.
doing research. Before you could spend the evening doing it, now you can just spend the entire day flat out doing research.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's best.
Oh,
The
it's
result
like,
of this, you don't roll 2 checks for this. What you'll do instead is you'll double whatever result you get out if you're successful.
Right.
Well,
You may
what's
also spend vials today if you have any left. You do.
Good. That makes them. Can I still just spend 2?
Yes, only 2.
All right.
Does Riff get any bonuses?
Riff has no extra bonuses.
Damn.
Can I make that DC?
You have to make the DC of 10. Malachi has to make the higher DC.
I need to make
He's
10,
research leader.
did you say?
Yes.
Okay.
You need to make 10.
Uh,
Malachi needs to reach a higher one because he's research leader.
Don't fuck up.
Like, I need to get at least a 6. That
You
sucks.
can do it.
Yeah!
Yeah, you're grinding a +2 to Malachi.
Well, I'll spend 2 damn vials.
So that's an extra +6 on your roll, +2 from this, so +8.
Woo!
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'll
Ten
have my
shit.
tools. Athletic tools.
The laboratories are going at full speed here.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Bam!
All you hear is like steam
God.
sounds and like clacking.
Is that adding a bonus on there?
Yeah, that's everything.
There's
So
like a
in that
steam
case,
whistle
double
from
that,
the
and that's
shop.
how much additional progress you've made.
Ooh, that is good progress.
And there's some crazy
What's your
sounds of
total
magic.
on?
110. We passed the next milestone.
Yep, you've already passed the next milestone. It seems surprisingly easy, especially with these refresh cures. It becomes very easy.
It's those damn bottles we recovered.
Yeah.
We hear like him screaming like Eureka and running out in the streets.
That's like
Um,
plus 12 progress. That's pretty damn good.
Yep, I will go ahead and post both of you to the next step you found.
Good.
Well done.
Raphael keeps
Ah.
practicing his sword moves, parting the silk. Boar rushes down the hill, blossoms on the wind.
Unlike usual. Oh, okay.
After
Wait,
finding this new information out, Riff will go to Raphael.
Well, the next morning, Laura. Well, she does that. Laura will rush off to the clinic.
Yeah. Riff will run to Raphael.
I didn't get to do my day thing. I was
Yeah,
waiting
so
for-
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
go everyone. You two
We
can
did
go
spend
back.
the entire day, so I guess
Yeah,
this
so-
is tomorrow we'll do this.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
literally you spent the entire day non-stop working.
So I would like to do a checkup on Raphael and Bollard.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can certainly do that.
When she goes to Ballard's house, there's no answer at the door.
What? I was gonna heal you!
Fuck you,
we don't need no
healing!
Bollard would be healing anyway.
Mm.
Speaking of which, Bollard has taken 2 extended rest.
But she's making a list. She needs, yes, quotas to fill. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Are extended rests double healing?
no,
No, they're just. Oh, okay. That's. I don't
She'll
know.
do a
it
checkup on
gains 2 hit
Raphael.
points.
She'll do a
Yeah.
checkup on Raphael.
Yeah, she finds him in the alley behind the bar. He has his strawman dummies out, and he is practicing flourishes and parries and stances. Yeah, very much looking like a dance, as he spins around and with very quick and precise movement, sort of stabs and parries and evades around the different strawmen.
Hmm.
And he seems to, yeah, it is actually somewhat beautiful to look at. I mean, it's fast, it's precise, and he's sort of flowing, almost like, yeah, it's choreographed.
Well, she'll smile and say, as your doctor, I think it would be...
Also, he has no shirt on.
Oh, God!
You see the large red mark from where the wound used to be.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
it's warm
young,
to train,
God.
so he's basically has, his pants on only, so he's...
You
Thank
pervert!
God you have pants on!
yeah, he has his pants on, come on.
You fucking pervert!
Well,
But yeah, you definitely see like marks and stuff on his upper body. Like he has been cut before, clearly.
Aha. Interesting. He will look away and says, as your doctor, I think it's best you relax.
Raphael does the last flurry and sort of looks a little bit sort of ashamed as he takes a deep breath and looks at her. Lady Soy,
I didn't look.
What?
I didn't look.
Was it that terrible? He looks at the strawman and his blade.
Oh no, you looked embarrassed, and I thought it was because you weren't wearing a shirt.
He looks down. Oh, no, it is warm. I usually tend to train with as little weight as possible weighing me down. You see, I am trying to, reach new heights in my art. And to do so, I need more unfettered clothing, so to speak. It is very difficult. This current move I am working on, it is coming along, but it takes some time, yes? He sort of makes a little swish with his blade. It is very difficult. When you flow out of parting the silk to a boar rushes down the mountain, then the key move after that, usually I find is, a hummingbird kisses the honey rose, but that is a very difficult move to pull off. Balance is key, and I am ashamed to say I have not achieved that yet. He sort of weighs up and down on one foot, trying to keep his balance.
Oh.
But then, yes, perhaps you are right. Perhaps I have been a bit too exhausted. He looks down, he is certainly sweating a lot. Yes, a bit of rest might be a good thing. Thank you for checking up on me, Zoe.
I just wanted to do some checkups to see how you are.
I feel.
You can basically see her face getting redder and redder by the moment.
Oh, he smiles.
She's just really just trying to look away. But
Oh, he smiles rakishly and says, yes. He sort of walks over, sheaths his rapier, puts it like against the wall or somewhere, and sort of holds out his arm or his chest or whatever he got stabbed by the thing. So you can take a look at the wounds.
okay, you do a heal check. Why am I so bad at this? Well,
Do detect magic.
yeah, that and detect magic.
That way we can figure some shit out.
Dark.
Mm-hmm. So what exactly do you want to check? Sorry.
She's doing a heal check to see how he is, and she rolled it's not very good. And a detect magic to see if she can still see if it's there.
Well, its wound itself seems to have closed up and shouldn't be any worse.
Mm-hmm.
From what you can tell, it's definitely in his system. It's weaker than what most of the patients have in their system, but it's still in his system, the disease.
Okay. Well, your wound is closed up nicely, but I can still feel the virus inside of you, but it is weaker now.
He nods slowly, look down at his wound. Well, how long before we actually know if I am truly, in dire threat, so to speak?
Well, Riff and Laurel are doing some research, so...
Did you hear the odd explosion in the distance? From their research.
That's how you research disease, the alchemist way.
Yeah.
They're both very good at what they do, so maybe tomorrow, maybe...
Riff is basically just fucking around, you realise. She doesn't know what she's doing, she's just trying to figure something out.
Hand me that.
By
I mean,
messing.
he's aiding in arcane matters.
Yeah, she's just kind of like poking it with magic, and it's like, oh, it reacts to this. Ooh,
This doesn't make logical sense. The formula doesn't fit. Why? And she's like, oh, that's magic. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
All
that's,
right. Then
it's
oh,
not
damn.
alchemical. It's just magic.
Magic.
It uses this type of magic, but I mean,
It's like a blackboard with all these formulas on it and such. Somewhere there's just like a big M. Like that equals M. That's magic.
Yeah.
Equals M.
Unquantified. You can't define it.
Yeah.
So,
Step
now
3,
and-
magic happens, and then afterwards, it's just a
Yeah.
big question mark. I don't know.
Riff's just Riff just sat in the background, just like, and he's figuring it all out. And the moment he gets stuck, it's like, yeah, that's magic. Yep. And Nairu's trying to tell him just in squawks. It's like, it's this, man, come on. And no one can understand him.
So it's very
Aw.
lively over at the Arkenbrack house.
Yeah, all you
during
hear
this
is
day.
squawks.
Remember at the same time that there's like a teenager like looking out at Laurel, confused what's going on, and then the mother just cooking.
It's it's good. It's good to live with family, right? It's very lively. It's very friendly.
It's a lively household.
Yes.
Especially with a magical bird and a sorceress in the house.
It sounds nice in Zoe's ears. Well, she'll tell Raphael maybe tomorrow we'll have something new.
Very well. I will take your advice then, so my dear, to rest.
Good.
Have a listen.
That's great. I better get home then.
Would you care to join me for perhaps a bit of food, drink? Yes.
Sure. That would
It
be
must
nice.
it must be very lonely to be at home alone all the time.
Yeah, it's it's a little too big, when you're just one person.
Yes. Well, I only have one room, and well, it is next to the toilet. he looks annoyed.
Brendan does a smug look on his face when you say that.
I tend not to stay too long into it. He looks
Just-
up at the Farley.
Just
He looks at you smugly.
if you've ever want to sleep in a good bed, I have a lot of rooms that are empty.
Oh, such a generous offer. Raphael will certainly think on this. Thank you. Now then.
You're going to steal Brendan's business.
Now then, Mr. Farley, a bottle of your best wine for me and the lovely Lady Soy.
Bottle of his best wine. That costs money.
Yes. It's time to spend.
1 second, then. So a bottle of his best wine. How much does that cost? Let's find out.
I'm
Well,
willing
it-
to spend upwards of a few gold on this.
He can offer you gold. He can offer you wine spacing from 2 silver pieces to 10 gold pieces.
Well, seemingly that Raphael might not be dying. That seems like something to celebrate. 5 gold pieces of wine is
So he
being-
buys you. He brings up a pretty good vintage of wine.
I'm blowing like a year's worth of like.
Dancing
Soup
dancing
here.
tips, yeah.
Brendan seems in very good mood with this.
I wonder why.
Since Raphael's at his work, technically also at his workplace, he may also make a professional dance today.
All right, Raphael will dance. Lady Soy, join me.
I don't dance.
Oh, heaven.
No, I don't see that well either. So.
You only need to look at Raphael.
Oh
All will become clear.
God, this is gonna end bad.
So 20. Roll me 3d10.
Sure.
Do you want Zoe to roll anything? Oh my God.
No, you're not at your workplace, so no. You get 16 silver pieces.
Okay, good.
Aha. And then I will remove the cost for wine.
There's advantages to having the drinking joint as your employee or employment.
Raphael dances, keeps it merry in the tavern. He will even try to get Zoe to dance and do it very, carefully and slowly, of course. She's new at this.
Even if Zoe doesn't, one person does join you. One person does join you on stage.
Well, if he continues, Zoe will not be able to say no and will dance with you, even though she's not very. She has done it before. She had dancing lessons, but she wasn't very happy for it.
So on stage, two dancers and a singer.
Yeah.
Right.
So Zoe doesn't know how to dance. She dances.
Oh, yeah.
With it.
Raphael knows that, of course, and he takes a lot of the sort of difficult moves and does that himself, making Zoe more the sort of centerpiece of attention as he dances around her and stuff like that.
Yeah, any time Raphael goes away to get a drink, Cassandra will go. Will kind of whisper to Zoe and kind of you'll kind of have those little fun little jokes about Raphael behind his back.
Raphael is, he's man enough to not pay that any mind, of course.
And the two ladies are doing her lady business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's the night.
That's the night.
Do you spend your time in anyone's room in particular, Raphael?
Raphael will sleep in his own room.
I assume Zoe goes back to the manor.
So you go back to the manor alone then.
Very well. Okay, I need to go BRB for a second, but then we'll move on to the next day.
That was your girlfriend.
Oh.
Or Zoe thought was your girlfriend.
I had failed to notice.
There's some crazy figuring it outs going on everywhere.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
It's all coming
Kobolds are being
together.
smacked.
Yeah.
And if you
Was
would
it
say
because
it's-
you weren't home, Jake? Or were you just ignoring her knocking?
He's probably down in the basement, like hitting a kobold with a
Yeah,
stick.
he'd be down in the basement.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of the kobolds?
Well, what in a drug second? He has like this room. It's just a room with a drain in the middle of it, so he can wash out all the blood.
I mean, not quite.
That's creepy.
He's not that, like, evil.
I didn't think you
I
were.
mean-
I didn't expect. I don't expect any of
He's
you
got
to
like
be,
the racks in there, and like
I
a
don't think-
stretching bar.
any of you to be evil. At least, yeah.
Like the kobold is gagged with dirty dish rags. Ugh.
Well, you did put Sue's water on his face, so
Oh, by the way, Zoe would definitely have gotten a rose before she left.
that's rose number 3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't really know where Raphael keeps those, but he seems to have them on hand all the time.
Riff has an inkling.
Well, if you ever were to visit her, he would see that she keeps all the roses in a vase at her table.
Oh, Raphael would
She-
be so
she-
happy.
She never got roses before, so this is pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like the rose bushes outside, outside the restaurant are just like all
Yeah, just all cut up. Exactly. That's
No.
actually where he gets them.
like,
That would be so
he
funny.
just goes over there evening and sort of picks up 3 or 4 every day.
And with that, the next morning arrives.
It's like, where's all my roses? Says old lady, Templeton down the street.
The two researchers, they fell asleep
Why,
really
you
quite
can have one
early,
of
so-
mine.
Like the ones I used to grow. Yes, it is very strange, isn't it?
And the two researchers were probably the first ones to wake up.
Yeah. Riff will.
They probably crashed early.
Yeah, as she woke up, she would ask Laura if she can grab a loaf of bread as she's heading out the door.
Yeah, I mean, surely they're just maybe even start looking over the results from the night before to make sure that no mistakes have been made in their lack of sleep. And
We're
then,
sort of
yeah,
transitioning into montage mode now.
take some bread, and he'll himself take his his little sort of alchemist bag, and he'll hurry out. They can sort of follow, split up by the crossing as he goes on to the hospital.
And Riff will go to Raphael.
Well, Riff will be the first one to arrive. Raphael's asleep right now, though.
Riff will see if she can barge into his room.
Raphael has the sound of someone tackling his door, but Riff isn't that strong. The door doesn't come.
Ooh. What is this?
Riff
Keep
will,
the racket down. If you have eaten something that bad, the toilet is on the other side.
Riff will
Happened before.
Riff will shout, no, Raphael, it's me, Riff.
What? Who? Oh. Well. You hear some rustling and bustling inside. And the door opens, and Raphael is standing there shirtless again. But he has pants. He looks very sleepy. His hair is not really fixed, and he's sort of scratching at his eyes, basically being like, "Oh, very sleepy."
Right, Riff will kind of blush and then say, get your stuff. We need to go to the hospital right away.
Oh, very well then. Give me a few minutes, and he just shuts the door, and you hear some washing going on, and like 5-10 minutes later, he stands there in full gear,
Meantime,
as his
hospital.
cloak, slung over one of his arms, as he usually does, in his rakish fashion.
So Laura walks into the hospital. What does Laura do?
Manikai, you're muted.
Ah, yes. He will go to find Mother Eleanor.
Mother Eleanor seems to be upstairs right now inside the science labs.
Good, good. That's the best place. Yeah, well, he will barge in on whatever they do.
You barge in. There is a strange white mist in the air.
What? What has gone on?
Is it cool?
Is she wearing a shirt?
Yeah, is it cool?
But Eleanor is shirtless as well.
Best
Mother
man
Eleanor is
ever.
not shirtless. Mother Eleanor kind of moves through the mist.
Laura sort of stop abruptly and sort of look around and look at her.
Some of the lowers were testing ways to, well, try and slow down its progress.
Yes, yes, and I found results.
Oh, really?
I'll take the papers he has and sort of frantically spread them out on a nearby table. All of them, of course, being personal notes that make no real sense to anyone else. And he'll say, go through a lot of the proofs and whatnot, and be like, and then at the end, it is cold. The colder it is, the slower it progresses. Keep it cold, and it will not grow.
Yeah. She looks through the notes to explain, or when you explain this bit to her. She seems she seems quite fascinated and quite impressed with the progress you've made.